everybody, Rich Yip here, guest instructor for the Stephan Kesting channel. Grip breaking and then counter gripping. So if I'm in Stephan's closed guard and he has that collar grip and it's really, really deep and it's really strong, I can break the grip by leaning back, and you see how I like to grab sort of like the meat of the thumb right there. I like to grab the sleeve and I lean back. But that's sometimes not always possible. One, because Stephan's really strong and he's got a deep grip right away. So if I try, I don't want to try for too long. Because if I just go here, do you see how I give Stephan the sleeve? He's able to pull that, strip that, and all of a sudden now he's got the sleeve and the collar, and now he can really make my leg miserable, and then start to progress. Take my back. So I want to try, but as soon as it starts to fail, I want to counter grip instead. Sometimes that's your best option, especially when you're dealing with somebody who's really, really good in the closed guard. So Stephan has that, maybe that primary first collar. I try to break it, I can't. Instead, I go and I counter grip. I like the double lapel, pin that together. I just use the heel of my palm right into his chest. He's gonna try to pull me down a little bit. So you see how I have a nice frame? I use my arm to keep him at bay, right? And then I'm able to go and maybe grab onto the pen. Now, you see how if you start getting into a grip fight battle, sometimes the person on the bottom will just win because I'm defending and he's being offensive. So let's just go back to the earlier scene where he has the collar, and maybe I'm able to break this, but as I'm able to break this, he takes this sleeve, and now I have this. I may have broken the collar grip, but you see how as soon as I start to break this sleeve grip, he goes for the left, right? I may try to break this, but he goes for the sleeve again, and then from here, as soon as I start to break this, you see how he goes for my collar, right? And you see how all of a sudden I find myself in a worse and worse position. Sometimes, once again, one of the best things to do, if Stephan has right away a strong collar grip, try to break it, can't, okay, forget it, screw it. We're just gonna go and do a counter grip instead. And then from here, maybe I'll work some of my favorite ways to open the closed guard instead. The exact same thing applies in the open guard. See how Stephan has his feet on my hips? This really, really sucks. If I can break these grips, I like to do the claw. If I can break this grip, awesome, right? Same thing with this one. If I can break this, awesome. Push in, pull back, start to pass. But somebody who's really good at Sparta guard like Stephan is, it's going to be really tough to just break those grips. So do you see how I want to lift up my head, bring my hips down, draw my elbows in, counter grip. So at least we're at equal footing here, right? And I'm able to go and anchor myself and anchor my elbows. And then maybe with some push-pull, I can start to take away those feet on the hips. So do you see how I have neutralized his grips by counter gripping as opposed to just breaking the grips right away?
So the principle this is related to is he grips cloth, I grip cloth.
Perfect. That's exactly it. Just a simple heuristic, right? Just a simple rule where if he's grabbing me, I grab him, right? That simple, right? So sometimes that really helps. So give that a try. Grip fighting, but also counter gripping.